Hey, this is Richie Augusto. Welcome to the AgostoAllElite Podcast on this Sunday morning. This week we got Raw, Smackdown, Dynamite, Collision, Rampage reviews. Then we got some big hot topic news, wrestling news y'all want to hear from me, from Augusto. Let's go start with Raw review. So yeah, following the events of last week's show, Uso, McIntyre had a single match, settled their difference. The rest of the card was full of rematch, fast feuds, Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio, New Day versus Viking Raiders, Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura. WWE still building the car Fastlane event on October 7th. No matches have been announced in the morning, so we need to make some penalties by priority. Look at what happened during Monday's episode. We got Dominic Mysterio versus Cody. Cody kicked off show Rebel Exchange ring. Mysterio claimed that Jax hurt Ripley last week to explain her instance, so he couldn't crack Leon when Rhodes things get inside his head. Balor pre-show with the legend support Don right for showing out the break. When it turned, American Nightmare immediately took control, started schooling his younger opponent. Balor yanked Rhodes off the apron, gave Mysterio the upper hand. The Cody turned things around again. Cody finished him off with a crossroads win in just a few minutes. This one wasn't a squash match, it was a decision as one could get. Rhodes get pumped, then pin clean with his finisher, but it did it after overcoming Balor's interference. A few minutes we saw fine, but they get nearly enough. So yeah, this made Dom look bad while actually doing anything to help Rhodes. But I can't wait for this benefit thing. Anyway, Cody Rhodes won. So there's some things like it'd be fun. WWE has a typical manner to show a loud crew, everyone booing Dom. Rhodes is actually good. He can make a standard vertical suplex stand out sometimes. Like, okay, Zayn Owens came out to make sure Judgment Day didn't take Rhodes out after the match, but KO called Rhodes back to the ring and talk about Sunday and the show went to break. You already know with Jey Uso. So we got Cody Kingston versus Ivar. KO asked why Cody's good to bring Uso Raw everything he had done. Rhodes said he deserves a second chance to prove he has changed. KO said he trusts Rhodes and Zayn, but he holds AR wrong. What happened was supposed to be a tag match between Viking Raiders and New Day, returned to a single match bout between Kofi Kingston and Ivar. Revealed Eric was not clear to compete. That match was all about Kingston trying to find a way to combat the power, showing agility of Ivar. He might be the big member team, but Ivar is more quicker of the two Vikings. It could have been a throwing match turned to a feud that would continue last week into a David Goliath-like battle between two rivals. Did a lot, made themselves each look great. Kingston picked up the clean victory with Trouble in Paradise. To cap a great performance from both men. Observations. I saw that Valor with him, Survivor Woods, Cameron Kingston. There's no way a guy like Ivar would do a senton, It's weird. So they do a transfer coasting, so yeah. And I do moonsault like a joy to me. Shinsuke and Rock Around versus Ricochet. That following side attack, Raw and Nakamura for a scheduled match. Ricochet appears to continue to prevent the champ from getting to him. Ricochet made an entrance after the break. Live official clear Rhodes for rain up the match could take place. Street King's strongest style has been won with change in attitude recently. Ricochet shows some aggression when using control. These two known each other for years and been ring team so many times they really use chemistry and develop to make it to a fun encounter. Another random match on Monday night. The flying high flyer stopped Nakamura for using a chair, but he ended up getting disqualified when he used a chair himself. And he argued with the ref until Nakamura checked out his leg and hit him with the Kinshasa. So they felt like it was part of Nakamura's plan. Rollins tried to tap him again, but Nakamura went after the injured back to take him down. Nakamura wins by disqualification. Yeah. One thing let's say, the outfit Rollins wore was the most subdued thing he wore in months, maybe years, honestly. Yeah. Alright, Niven and Green versus Baszler. Shall we start? The women's tag titles were in the dunk title, but this week when Chelsea Green and Piper Niven faced a new duo of Stark and Shayna Baszler. Stark immediately took control, began taking Green apart, power moves. Baszler wanted to show what he could do. She tagged and keep dishing out punishment. Turns out Stark and Baszler see how to do the other. And it will help Green take advantage of open game's upper hand. Nia Jax ended up attacking him and started to call the match a no contest. Former women's champ dismantled everyone. Once again, the women's tag belts is division made the separate so a single star could look good. So it's a pattern we've seen far too often, sadly. So WWE's women's division is shit. Like, would AEW have if AEW has a women's division? Would it be similar shit if they book it? No, AEW women's division. The women's division will crappy, but if they try to book a tag division, women's tag division, then it'll be a bit worse. But they'll actually try to put an effort into it. That's the difference between WWE and AEW. AEW have the idea, the opportunity. They will keep trying and improve it time and time again. While WWE is, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, so I don't give a fuck. Alright, Chad Gable versus Bronson Reed. Reed had best competition to first book him in the match. Gable tried to avoid early on. Reed got his hands on former Olympian, sent him across the ring, flying. We've seen Master Gable take on a lot of big guys over the years, but Reed's a different animal. Been the first time to ring together. This might have been the best. Gable has been one of the most beloved underdogs in WWE, but it's not Reed from pinning with the Tasami. Gable trying to get one more shot at the IC title, but it makes sense to have him lose there, but the match was still fun. So yeah. Notable moments. There's no notable moments. So honestly. So yeah. One more thing. Call Reed big. Nickname when doesn't help, but call him Bam Bam Bronson might help actually catch on. So yeah. So let's see what happens. Alright. Becky Lynch versus Natalya, NXT Women's Champion. Becky Lynch become Grand Slam when he defeated Tiffany Tramp for NXT Women's title. Next week, she wins no time getting her first the books this week. They might put the belt on the line against Natalya, carrying an argument. Lynch match ring Natalya during the ring post. This one's combination. It would produce a good match. The time I feel like ultimately was WWE decide whether to let Lynch during a reign. Like, Natalya's a great wrestler, always stepping the ring from either a win. The man pinner roll up, retain her NXT Women's title season, but predictable counter, you know. So yeah, honestly, is what it is. They also did a good job putting Tiffany over when they talk about Lynch being for the title. So we go to Giovanni Vince versus Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa get probably the attention to win the IC title. We had to go to Giovanni Vince first. Both of you guys spent a long time NXT together, but surprised they have been ring a few times. Opponents feel like a fresh matchup, but two guys who use more screen time. Gunther to the bottom to come to the ring, so he was showing like watching him backstage. After 5 minutes of technical wrestling, Ciampa scores submission victory. Good for them. But one more thing. WWE is going to have to decide if they want to push Gargano and Ciampa the tag team or not. The single runs on the main roster have not been ideal. So yeah, we got Drew McIntyre versus Jey Uso for a face McIntyre in the main event. Uso approached once again by Priest. Stage to discuss the idea of Jey during the red line, but Priest the idea of Queen Jimmy to get Jey's head. The Scottish Warrior was looking to take all out frustration. He had a bloodline for the first 3 years, but Jey's on Raw, distance stuff from all of that. Looking to jump to the fight. They were locked up a few times when McIntyre demonstrated power, so Jey used his speed to avoid it from possible. Even though Jey was playing the underdog in this federation, he was still putting up a good fight. Judgment they came to ringside, ran to support Jey, even though he never asked to be there. And Judgment got on the perimeter and taught the Uso. He took them all with super kicks, but McIntyre nailed them with a Claymore for the win. The match was pretty much everyone should expect it going to. It's not a bad thing, but someone's not either. McIntyre's having trouble deciding where to help Uso fight on Judgment Day when Rose to help Uso clear the ring. This show's main event, Jey and American Nightmare staying tall. So yeah, one thing, I feel like Priest is ready to bring BK is going to be less a priority moving forward. Hope it makes the cash in much more surprising. Here's my final word. This week's Raw was full of rematches and little to advance storyline featuring booking decision and impromptu NXT women's title match no one will remember anymore. So to be clear, this week's show being weak is solely to booking. Men and women WWE make sure they do their best to entertain a crowd in the arena, fans at home, but they only do so much what they are given. The standout match was probably with Kings of Ivar. It wasn't original plan to Monday night. Yakura Ricochet on the counter, but something about Alvarado during Moonsault makes stands out. So the next pay-per-view is too far away. The AEW where major WWE's current storylines ends. Most of them are getting each week, repetitive, but fresh start for a handful of stars can help improve both Raw and SmackDown and Raw to 2024. So let's go into Dynamite. So AEW returns at Nash Stadium in Flushing, New York, Wednesday for his latest assault Dynamite Grand Slam, headlined by world title fans MJF. The AEW World Champ battle seeming to stop a ROH television title holder Samoa Joe in a high-stakes main event. So Reyes, Moxley, and Claudio Castagnoli defend their respective belts as well. Intention changes under the bright lights in New York City. Find out the recap on Wednesday's show. So here's a match card. AEW World Champ MJF versus Samoa Joe. Ring of Honor World Champ Eddie King versus Claudio. Title versus title. The AEW Women's World Champ Tony Storm versus Saraya. AEW International Champion Phoenix versus Jon Moxley. Jericho versus Sammy Guevara. So start the middle. So the Orange World Championship title versus title. Kingston versus Castagnoli. Kingston finally won the big one. Grand Slam kicks off with the Kingston to Dwayne Castagnoli, a red hot bout. That song retained his GP strong time win the Swiss Superman Ring of Honor Championship. It was showcased for hometown hero. Peter Causeway at the top AEW would be knocked down by the closest defeats. He has signed his five dollars, earned a guy struggled to previously signs of respect from competitors with nice character, straight opener, and fans. Instant emotionally based in its first of the title. There are moments of slam dunks and an easy booking decision there to make. Kudos to King Khan for doing the right game in Kingston. His moment they earned. So yeah, I'm born. So yeah, yeah. Kingston being Castagnoli to win the title. So yeah, here's my takeaways. Rickaby says Kingston, greatest opponent man right now staring him in the mirror. He was fighting 1-on-2-on-1. A phenomenal call by the man who made the best pure play guy in the business. The dramatic near falls with Asa standing, coming in a spinning back fist at powerbomb, giving Kingston victory. Castagnoli, I heard to the Kovada shake the hands with a core sworn enemy and a cool moment for both guys. Now we go to Jericho versus Guevara. Jericho may have won the battle, but Guevara and Don Callis were on their way to win the war following events on Wednesday night. Jericho caught the high-flying Spanish guy with a code breaker counter the students to rest to score the win. After the match, Guevara teased the show's spec. Page was mentioned book by kicking him low. He was right by Callis and Guevara exiting with him. So no worry development. Callis didn't make life a living nightmare for Jericho, pursuing convincing to stop people to betray him and join the Don Callis family. It was an important development opposed to I for and pulling Jericho the baby. Good match was good. Continue to stay strong in ring outings and shiny moment for Guevara. My takeaways from this: okay, Eric Cole visited Roger Strong Hospital, a hilarious vision. This person had been all of Strong's career. Actually, quite funny. There was some mixed actions as Roger Strong and Eric Cole had motions that Strong lays in the hospital as a pathetic creep. However, anyway. Backstage, Christian King challenged Darby Allin to 3-match and champ also returns on Rampage. Caveat, no sting at ringside. Guevara entered the ring like Jack Anderson, the Priest warned Jericho. He was routed to the ring by rapper Mosesi. Good. Biggest ring for his career. Guevara also wore tights by Jericho's WrestleMania 19. So there was something going on. The finish was fantastic. Some great timing. It was executed to perfection visually. So yeah, the AEW International Championship, Ray finished with Jon Moxley. Last time Ray finished it, bringing Jon Moxley carrying a ring, and missed all in. On Wednesday, Lucha Bros get a measure of revenge. Penny Moxley won the AEW International Champion after driving ahead into the match. Two Phoenix drivers. While the match was a level of the previous account, it was still wrestling strong feature. Few opponents from Intense Phoenix. There will be a question about health of Mox after the first Phoenix driver left him unable to kick out. Excalibur mentioned scary moment to close the model of the match before revealing the forward channel was out exit on his own power record. If the outcome prize of common injury, the one thing that Phoenix was intended to make was a poor booking decision that devalued the all-out main event and Moxley ending historic reign at Classicity. Phoenix going to have to produce strong matches because of that board booking decision. But it now looks like there's no follow-up to Castle Reign come to an unnecessary conclusion. Don't mind me, it's my opinion. Takeaway. Well, it was a good challenge. Fox was good. I feel what started the concussion where he wiped Mox out of ringside, a great spot at the top of the match. We saw aggressive finish. The power drive was a botch counter finish, but the outcome still surprising for better for worse, honestly. So yeah. Now we go straight to the women's championship. Toni Storm versus Saraya. Both Storm and Saraya cheated in an attempt to leave New York with AEW women's champ. In the end, it was allowed to out-wrestle their opponent, dodge a counter hip attack, to deliver her own modified spike DDT that secured the win. There was an argument that Saraya obtained was the least interesting outcome. Feels like there's plenty of time, interest, and Storm's entertaining persona to build up before pointing over for the title. The question is where the issue goes until that happens. Should enough challenges and told in interim, and how it could create better hands. Saraya chant take advantage of Renee's star power. These are answers cards seen what the answers find and come in wakes. So yeah. So yeah. Okay, yeah. Saraya. Yeah. So yeah, defeated Star Attain. Series on so weaken the effect challenges and shows Saraya. Less is more near fall 5-shot pump. Star would have been more about the product the user shoes on Soho. Ringside. Saraya. On 0, right? Play mind games with an array shaking champ. So yeah. The challenge rated hip attack, but Saraya dodged it, hit her night count to retain. We go to the main event. Like the main event, the AEW World Champ Samoa Joe versus Samoa MJF. The AEW World Champ MJF pursued resilient to his defense against Samoa Joe. Main event is long enough Adam Cole to make his presence felt. Next is her. The full outcome clutch provided a title with a chair chain, helping choke him out of the challenge to retain. The outcome stays the truth. The chair out of hand attack despite his career. Babyface Raw protects the stable Aura Joe, continuing friends between Bolshers, and stars the main key element. W move in the later part. 2023. Strong main event performance. And one of the best hills in history. So, Jet defeated Joe by referee stoppage should retain the title. My takeaways: this was a single greatest thing AEW ever produced. Joe Disparage was a champion, firing out great bit of business, got the back to the fan, match the fans, so minutes of heel dominating. The challenger of the power drive on the floor, dodged security around the channel, and Joe declined him off. The look shocked his fan, and kicked out to help story in the match. Still relevant neck injury. They pulled out dying in the ring, attempted to use all the referee pull, try to catch him. So developed the muscle buster. Could not put his rival away, especially the key to getting on a narrative here. So that was a great matchup. Overall, this was an episode diving chock full of bits and moments and title changes. Kingston win the RA title. Guevara heel turn. Defeated Maxley. Saraya Taylor gold. And Jet slaying the BC Samoa Joe help show where he should may not have been a spectacle of Grand Slam 2 years ago, but felt like broadcast worth hype. When Russell's Dream head up to reverse, it kind of hurts the Monster Impact Wednesday show extent, but AEW has done a strong job making an annual trip to Ancient Stadium feel like a marquee event. Strong in-ring action across the board helps. So, yeah, that was Dynamite and Grand Slam. So let's go to the spoilers of Rampage Grand Slam. Let's do that. Let's start with the spoilers. Okay, as noted, AEW take matches for Friday's Slam edition. Let's go to it. Time to defeat Belair Boulder. So yeah, yeah. I'll get. So yeah. We'll get to that as soon as I can. Alright. Oh yeah, let's get to the notes. Alright, let's get to those notes. Alright. Again, Santana defeated Bill Boulder. Ortiz came out stage, stared Tana down. Tana approached Ortiz and walked away. FW champion hooked. He beats Chris Sandler. Carl Cass defeated Matt Center, Joe Park, and Anna Jay. And you got Sting Darby Allin defeating Christian Cage and AWTT champion Luchasaurus. So Christian Cage is most likely win the belt on Collision, which is last night. And I don't want to spoil it, but I will say it in the Collision review. Alright. And paid Young Bucks to beat Brian Cage. Kellen Tobion win the Arch World 6-Man Bag Belts. Swerve came out during the match with Tom Hangman. Don Callis brought out Sammy Guevara Gassi for a promo. Jericho erupted Guevara till Takashi made the save with a little chair shot behind. A Mega Man surprise appearance from Big Pop saved Jericho. G Hart skiing blue. Brody King with Hart. Righteous defeated Hart. Best friend Kingdom be number contenders for tag belts. Cole and Whistle G. Patriot belt. I'm able to team with Diagonals. So yeah. Alright, yeah. They claim retain. Moving on, okay. So yeah, that was Rampage spoilers. So yeah, let's go straight to ROH. ROH now. Let's get to ROH TV. Alright, ROH. Bunch of MAC cards. ROH Pure Championship. Shibata, Nick Wayne. Women's World ROH Women's Champion Athena versus Angelina Love. One off. ROH 6-man titles. The Embassy versus the Infantry and Willie Mack. The former World 6-man belt champs. Double Embassy versus Infantry and Willie Mack. Dammit versus whatever. B. Mario versus Lee Johnson. Mercy Martinez versus Chesadora. Cole Carter, Grip Garrison versus Andrade. Darius Martin. Ethan Page versus VSK. Hero Hogan. Sky Blue Win Nigel versus Renegades and Leah Hirsch. Edo De Vigo, Gabby Mentally versus Spanish Nails Project, and Tony Nese. Let's get to our TV. Show opens with a few words. New Ring of Honor World Champion Mad King Eddie Kingston. Kingston doesn't like Kalea, but respects him as the champ. Kingston has to defend 2 titles without struggle. There's no progress. Kingston dedicates his wins to all the brass Xavier. He's going to see his parents. From Bryce Jordan Center, St. College, Pennsylvania. Match 1, Pure Champion, Shibata versus Nick Wayne. Matt returned by Shibata. 2, Shibata invites Wayne to the ground. Wayne got on the leg lace and armbar. The Bryce Slicer takes him out. 421 Wayne. Again, back to his feet. Shibata looks for PK, but Wayne voids, but his legs kick. Kick, but Shibata grabs and left the ankle off, forcing Wayne to use the rope breaks. Rolls on the outside, Shibata falls with a big boot to the face. Shibata, Wayne's every guard falls, running boot in the corner. Shibata returns to the run of the ring and says, waits for Wayne. Wayne makes it over a ring count, fires some shots. Shibata eats another boot. Wayne fires out, eats another boot, but responds a few uppercuts. Shotgun drop kick by Wayne, stunned right by Wayne, 2 count. Walks forearms from Wayne, returns favorite, rubbing Wayne around the running boot. Recorded by Shibata, European uppercut, on base. Rock up his own, half match, suplex by Shibata. Octopus stretch by Shibata, but Wayne uses second rope break. Shibata forces Wayne to use the third. Wayne calls up under Shibata. Neck breaker is integrated by Wayne, looks for Wayne's rope, but Shibata catches him a sleeper, and PK finishes this one. Winner still be ROH Pure Champion Shibata. Match 2. Diamond versus Katie Britt. Elbow break by Diamond. Some crossface charge by Diamond in the corner, who missed charge. Brady for 2. Inverted face by Diamond. Finishes 1. Diamond wins. Match 3. Lee Moriarty, Rich Jane Taylor versus Lee Johnson. Both men trade orthodox to start. Herolo Johnson versus Moriarty up and over by Moriarty. Big drop kick. Forcing Moriarty outside. Both men fight outside and inside. outside. Samoa Johnson to the kitchen sink 2 count. I stretch right, but Johnson Phillips front out, rolls my right for 2 count. Both men trade close lines and be thunderbound by Johnson. Top hits the approach Ross side for a 2 count. Catch Johnson hot shot on the top row, leg layer for the win. Winner Lee Moriarty. Bye-bye. Match 4. Hello. I just did that thing. Match 4, Trisha Dora versus wait a second. Apple? I'll take an apple. But take anything. Match 4, Dora versus Mercedes Martinez. Before someone's with me for now, so anyway, let's go to the match. Headlock takeover by Martinez, big shoulder attack by Martinez, body buster by her, and a suplex 2 count. Dora ducks underneath and hit the German suplex on right test for 2. Duck suplex hit the Dora hatch. Running by Martinez on light. She looks super on Brass City Sleeper. This one's over. Yeah, Martinez won. Okay, we go to match 5. Our women's world champion. Yeah, she love. But when are you? They pull it out of here. Try to lift off. Gives me. Nina keeps up. Cuts her up. Right elbow kick by Tina and last before. Backland. Love hit the sideways. Flying forward by spring elbow the corner Dina top of okay by the leg at 2 count Dina. Low charging hit dominated double knees in the face, but the win. Let's get a jump. And so our win champion Dina. That's 6. Sky blue, and girl. So I'll go for the renegade swing over the Hirsch. Following for back over Hogan and Hurricane. And a potential car, sliding a little drop jacket. Both at the time. Hit a running knee. Super kick at blue gets 2. Fires form with at 2. Double super renegade. Also next slap for a ridge for 2. Double media cover renegade. Her try herself as a super. It was right blue high shot the clown. Wow, it was way on ball. Hard for 2. Rebound kick to her. So the hell. Willow supplies both the Renegades. Hirsch coming with shotgun drop kick to the pounds, tying the blue kick. Holy driver combo. They dive by Hogan through Willow's legs and Code Blue finish this one. Winner Sky Blue winning guy again Kira Hogan. Next 7, Ethan Page versus VSK. Running power by Age, Eagle's Edge, but VSK Gates hits a drop kick. Page fires back with a big shoulder block, super kick by VSK, but he missed an insecurity. Page hit a cradle clutch slam. Shot cut out the bottom row by Page for the win. That's it. League Ryan versus East and National Project. Come up. Pound and a quarter before tangential. My powerbomb and the leg tag, right? Right? walk this way. You know, give what you want to see. Okay, he clears the ring, has a power slam, moonsault on Juggle, yells to the outside, Juggle has had gravity, entering zone, tackle, he's a running powerbomb, mentally for 2, barks orders up, the tire of his antic, leaves him. Sets on my mouth to finish this all off. Winner, Mental League, Gravity, and Elijah Van Giegel. That's 9. Next to no bonus, the 5, last Martin. Joey Super for gas, and double drop to Martin. Couple, Andre out April. That's an advantage. Happy about it. The drop the face with Curl. One, two, all had a guy who ring with elbows and bubble. Handspring as elbow. Come drop kick. Suplex, Garrison. Carter rolls and Dre up behind, put feet on Rose, but Garrison put feet off and said, "We don't cheat." After Martin, Greenboard forged by Andrade, guess is one done. Winner, Andrade and guards Martin. So yeah, so now we go to match 10, the Ring of Honor 6-man non-title match, basically. Former champions versus the betrayed Willie Mack. Condra catches Don, back elbow, draw kick by Don, double wrist, wishbone, Toe gets the tag, Bob uses speed before actually get caught with a crossover right. Toe huge bounce with huge Larry, Hagen comp, suplex ball by pair of black, Hagen tag, drives to the corner by Bravo, clotheslines, and Kane the corner. Hair does a backbreaker to Bravo. I will call it a little blur, but can't make tag. Bravo. Flex tag. Merrick. Larry the cage. To the bysides the cage. Mac ducks it right here. The winner's zone. Big boot to the corner. Mac goes on, gets caught. Cage brings him hard way. Deadlift superplex. And elbow. The count not legal as Bravo said. Sets to corner. Bust on the knee. Back kick party to Toa. Double. But it's under my Mac now. Double slip back. Figure net break by Bravo Dean. Top gets thrown on. Who count? Going against the next air. Shot Mac. Driving 6 for the raffle. Oh my God. Mac is one over. So winner is still the former ROH 6-man champions, the local embassy. So yeah, ROH was a great episode. It was a build-up for Rampage, which I did in Rampage spoilers. Yeah, still, it was pretty much how it is. So you know what? Let's go to review Smackdown. Because, today we're going to review Smackdown. Let's review Smackdown. Okay, Smackdown. Let's find it. Okay, let's review Smackdown. Okay, let's review it. Fine. So, Jesse kicked off Friday night this week. They had time to take next step. They released return WWE. Instead of refereeing or hanging out, he wants to wrestle an actual match. Created just out of tag team partnership, a common enemy. The Bloodless and agreeing on showdown back the way last second to as it wouldn't happen. The natural stuff. Natural Bayface got with Pearson, who got with Heyman, and we find long than having the show. The contract was drawn a fast lane and booked as a signing for the main event. After a nice list episode, and Jimmy had different plans and pushing styles backstage before he could walk outside the contract. Cena and Ray made entrance, wasting after putting pen to paper. Angle for Angel Styles calling an ambulance, take him away, where this is going. Heyman didn't know Cena had signed without tag team partner sign with him. The oddity is some would come to age. Cena's age, like the fans were chanting Rocky and hoped the Rock would be the person. Cena helped never came. They don't end up in bloodline saying we're beating Cena. Here's one of the ones. The standard is throwing the bloodlines to drag everything out to give it maximum fact to love the next surprise. Kenny that Elena was set for the spot, test positive, but the COVID never shows up. But the show ends up playing into that. Pretty decent hook for a terror show and a B show. It's close to much bigger WWE shows every next year. There's only 2 weeks to Fastlane anyway. Let's go to the women. All right, Io Sky got the spotlight to the big women's title fight. We hadn't seen her since she won title to wrestling. Dark was in a one-on-one show. Asuka better delivered. Mostly did. There were rush patches. The match was strong for network. It was pretty good. It's Stefan that way and trying to people were doing. More of that, please, honestly. So, Sky made the returns because she had damage control. Mainly come to rescue usual. Flair was also on scene. Refused to stand for it. Flair Bailey was booked for next week. And Flair's with Sky won't line fire behind it. This is a test with Sky how the WWE champ feels about her as champion. During that match, pinning set, asked about Ray Mears versus the Stripe Pirate Fritz coming to a fan job, explain why that got as far as Andrew Dawkins and Montez Ford, linking up by Lashley. They didn't expect you only get that winning, you only going emphasis on gross WWE backup unnecessary. Lashley looked for backup, also looked for strong unit to take all the power. And they thought they called attention to all these. It was a perfect setup for the finish of the match. Joshua set up Dawkins for an easy pinfall cheat to choke some Mr. on April. Dawkins had a referee trap, but he hits to capitalize and Mr. rolling for victory. After the Profits, the upset, Washer was unhappy how they played it out again. Counter explained that Bosch trying to make them killers and Profits still two-party and not enough business. They had to drive the home. They had it Lashley get down and throw to make clear that story here that they need for the story. Not here for not enough to put the Profits suits they have next to Lashley. They need actual character growth. And at the start of it, here we go. So, your LA Night segment didn't happen because our favorite guy is COVID. Get us to LA Night. Series of a chin. Okay. Here's the rest. So, WWE here to replay it. WWE Rock, Connie on Theory from last week. So this week, crowd Theory came to yell at the content taking the top of the table. He wants Kraft on the main view the segment did. Screened about it while thought. I guess this idea is the news. Austin Theory. Edgeroom, he's angry. Look out, it led to a tag match. When the Brawling Boots make fun of his piglet when Adam Pearce was trying to get him to calm down. Waller came to the fence. They were looking for a book for later. They defeated Brutes when Raw hit Rolling Stone on Rich Holland, and they followed the Way Town down. Final match. Austin Elba, Frey, Dawn are not taking credit for casting spell. Or imagine on that. Women's tag titles first. So that's why all these weird things have happened on the women who win them. On the men's side, tag side. Trey did another tag series on Elton Prince's long road shoulder injury. Served to win an award for Elton Strong stand outing for the Blue Brand. So yeah, it was a great standout show. It was a great for the Blue Brand. So yeah, good for this week. So next is Collision. Let's get to it. Alright, Collision is this. Let's go to Collision. Okay, Collision. Collision. Okay. Collision episode this week was Nice Collision, emanated from Van Nel Arena in Grand Rapids, Michigan. The show featured Danielson going to World of Stars in a Texas Death Match. Cage crowned as the undisputed TNT champion. RVD sort of stuff and more. So let's go some top match. So let's go to it. Saturday night, all right for a fight. Ricky Starks plan to bury Danielson 6 feet deep in Texas Death Match. Danielson reply that people have been trying to keep him down the whole career. Nobody succeeds. Starks will be the first. Texas Death Match. Like Daniels and Starks had a proper Johnny Book in the main event. Texas Death rules determine winner were based on 9 entertainers or 10 count. The deal was that beat opponent so bad he couldn't continue. Sin did just that, served Starks that cool. This is humble pie. Who are kidding? Starks is absolute. He'll never be humble. Shane was aggressive to start with a brawl into the fans. The Starks landed a screenboard crossbar to the front row. Dancing went into attack. Vicious headbutt to the jaw. Starks hit an American Dragon ring bell. Dancing was busted and bleeding. The match progressed with more violence using chair straps and chains. Starks chokes out Dancing with a chain, but Dancing answered the count at 9. Starks went back to the chain choke. Dancing flipped over the top escape. When Starks charged for speed, Dancing countered for a low ball, transitioned the chain around the Starks' neck. Starks showed intense force to fire for the escape. Starks swung the chair, missed the mark. Dancing hit the chair clean on Bilska's knee. German steel into the Starks' face. Dancing went wild, kicking Starks' head with Starks gushing crimson. Dancing wrapped the chain around his knee to strike the flush for the bazooka knee again. Starks was down for the count. Dancing rewarded the victory. Oddly, Dan though had a fight. the Texas Deathmatch was every day I could hope for Starks win. Unfortunately, time wasn't right for Danielson to suffer defeat with Wrestle Dream around the corner. Starks looked like a star once again, even though he lost. This was the type of fight, no shame in losing end. They both kicked ass and heaping helpings. Danielson was a beast with vicious streak on the Blue Blast. It's hard to argue he's the best in the world right now at performance. Overall, this was a fitting end to the feud. So they may feel he's satisfied. Undisputed title TNT champion. Christian Cage aggression after Grant Darby on one more shot at TNT Championship. It just happened to be a three-way handicap charade which just started evolved. Christian also made sure the band stayed ringside to condition the match when the dust cleared. Christian was the undisputed team champion. Allen had a plan. The plan included throwing white powder in the face of Luchasaurus. Allen tried to rush the Mad Rush with a quick win. He dropped Christian with a suicide dive. Went for a senseless felt Christian. The self-proclaimed champion kicked out. Wasn't until the numbers of 200. Allen, and Luchasaurus battled Allen from chose executed brutal German suplex and Christian should take the pin for so Allen kicked down. Match continue. No, this is Allen round. Then we have when we can't work together every time. That's why no. We don't work together. Issues will always be those issues. Hold up. Sorry, I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting with you. I'm trying. This is the. Allen railed on scoring depth drop to Christian, and Allen climbed for the drop and drop. Luchasaurus pulled his power to the ring, shift angles for a cover drop to the outside. The numbers got Allen once again. Allen had one more charge and he cracked Luchasaurus title belt. He hit the mark, a penalty kick, then landed a coffin drop. Christian took advantage and tossed Allen out of the ring. Zilla pinned Luchasaurus, become the official champ. No more sharing with Luchasaurus. This was a rowdy match for Allen. He battled the odds with big and vigor. Just started trying to catch his opponent on guard. Everyone was settling the roles. Allen was the daredevil, Luchasaurus was Power Man, Christian was a scumbag. I fear the odds were high that Christian would win, but AEW masked well during the match. The slid in for glory. Also known seeds were planted for Luchasaurus a rebel against Christian at a later date. When Luchasaurus held the belt in the middle of the match, he was seduced by his gold. After the win, Luchasaurus was reluctant to help Christian celebrate. Christian thought the rivalry with Allen was over, but Tony Khan had other ideas. The Booker man booked Christian versus Allen 2 after he falls for Wrestle Dream. The TNT title is on the line. Well, some bullshit matchmaking. Allen set the 3-1 in zone court, knowing full well the deck was stacked against him. Christian won fair and square. Sure, victory resets the TNT title picture, fresh for all challengers, but the Wrestle Dream match is against the Spirit. Allen's agreement also reeks of favoritism towards Allen. Christian to file a lawsuit. Let's jam into the Wrestle Collision. Rivalry Hook defeated Midnight Magic and Cool Hand and Jay Hager and Jay were at ringside and feared. Dirty roared on the hot tag, hitting signature spots. RD kicked the chair into Hager's face. Hook slapped on the red drum, smishing the Cool Hand, and RD executed the 5-star frog splash to pin Daddy Magic. The match was good, letting RVD style profile in front of his own crowd. There was not much to take away from his grander scale. Julia Hart defeated Hero Hogan. Willow Nightingale was scheduled to face Hart with sneaky Aura Queen split back mask in Will's face prior to the show. Tony Schiavone reported Willow was taken to the hospital. Hogan stepped in Will's place. Hogan was bringing the first activity, but Hart handled business to win by submission. Afterward, Hart applied submission again, while Scooby ran out for save. Hart hid behind Freddie King, a shield that spit back, missing Blue's face. King grabbed the mic to land a TBS title shot for Hart, or else the violence will continue. Ada made the fashion belt official for Wrestle Dream. So insane. Hart's character work called Killers make it hard to look away. Hogan's Fury drives me inside me more. This is a fight game. I want to see wrestlers kick ass. Hogan's a vibe and effort. Obviously, she wasn't as successful as the evening. King impressed me on his mat, and he could speak strongly, but his presence in command of the room has further evidence to believe King has world title potential. On the downside segment, the EW rushed the story order. It was later announced that Hart will wrestle
Willow on Dynamite, but match lose. So now they know is Hart of the date with Sandler. It becomes obvious that Hart will beat Willow on Wednesday night. King's promo would have better been served for after Hart beats Willow. AEW felt the need to book at least one match early to avoid pressing criticism about the division. It's understanding, but what it is. Jay White defeated Andrade. Billy Cluggle was ringside comedical hooligans. Their president paid off in the end when Andrade locked in the figure four. Guns strapped the referee. Juice Robinson blast Switchblade. Andrade hit with a clipboard, so Switchblade cleaned out the mess blade runner to win. This was a classic style wrestling match. Ada put two guards against one another, put them in the thing. The match was given plenty of time to heat the fire and higher wind. Andrade was a stud, double moves, elbow string with over the edge, suplex over ropes, and Simon rang. They tried my full attention and primetime college football games on Collision. The cheap finish found a spot. Seems about the way. Then the feud on for Andrade wrestles wild card next week. AEW World Tag Team Champs FTR retaining against Brock Horseman. The challengers are in groove. Against biggest star, yeah, Mrs. Wave opponent. Even when nuts, this is why wrestling can never be ended up. Jack Sauber, Dr. Hick. Ash Wheeler, Smash, Impact Glory Special. Herbert, flying move from Drake to showing the win. Match it with Charlie the Charity are working the matter. First to show that love the game. Also open scouting. Match commentary, they confront FTR to hype the Wrestle Dream bout. Aussie opens to prove their value to the world. FTR demanded Aussie Open bring their best. FTR the greatest. However, the crowd should have to bring the crowd to show up. They will bring their A game. So yeah. As some promos, Don Callis answered the challenge from Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho. The Callis family answered the trios match. Ospreay as their third. Callis planned to finish the drama once for all in Wrestle Dream. Eddie Kingston wants to respect in Toki at Wrestle Dream, so he challenged Kasar Shabbat, the ROH World Champ, the strong Oakland Champ, we on the line. This is interesting matchmaking. No way should Kingston win. Shabbat presented the legend of Sting, while the Mad Kings of Sloppy Jalop is a match I definitely want to see, though. The Dark Order recruitment commercial structure was ordered. You need Dark Order. The Kingdom are going to teach best friends on next couple winners next Saturday, the night before. Also, Dream Power Drivers, Wiener Punches. What the fuck? Anyway, Righteous earned a shot in and RH titles. That's next Sunday. They have promo video in the park. Vincent and Dutch are pure divine. They'll crawl, expose NJF and Cole. Ortiz accused Santana using them throughout their careers. Santana has a lot to say on the screen. Didn't say anything to his face. He explained the typical Santana run for his problems. Ortiz warned that Santana will be able to run for this match longer. This fear of interest. The slow drip is working. Shane Taylor has history with Keith Lee. They were parts already. Then Lee left the WWE. Now it's Taylor time to shine. Lee is in the way. Limitless will wrestle already next week as a warm-up for Taylor. CJ's in AEW because Miro lost his weight. She wanted to help him become champion again, but he's preoccupied with temptation. To say his temptation is hot, flexible body. He says CJ's temptation is fame. Changes her. They bigger side to go with separate paths. As Miro, the problem is not to put hands on her clients, but he exited while commenting. So yeah. So the match of my night was Jay White and Andrade. Switchblade demonstrated superstar skills to their delight. This episode of Collision, a mixed match from creative quality to fluff. Peaks were very high, adding tile change, keeping things fresh. Saturday evening, the main event kicked ass, lived up to the Texas depth standard. So yeah, that's my Collision. That's my thoughts on Collision. So let's get to the wrestling news, shall we? Let's get to the news. Okay, let's get to the news. Let me get my notes. Alright, here's the wrestling news. Alright, see Fatu, Valley Wrestling departure. Says he had a different vision than Booker T. Speaking to Apples and Grapes, Zilla asked about his departure. It's all out of respect. I still want Booker T to go thrive. For me, it's just a vision was different. Me and Booker, man, were a mission. Things didn't work. My vision and his vision lined up. To connect part of the way, it's a good turn. Like I don't want to see you win no more, so I love. Because everyone understand everything in different ways. That's all I speak on. See them win. Shout out to Book. Shout out to Wild Wrestling. If you're in Houston, go top with them. I appreciate Book. Everything's good for me. I'm so grateful the trained individuals are over there. Friendly structured environment. His vision and my vision didn't line up. I'm doing my own thing one day at a time. He said. He's a legend. He's doing this for longer than I've been alive. I'm personal. He was close to my pops. Wild Wrestling is where Usos started. My pops didn't have no other school in mind around wrestling to go to. School in mind. He had rarely wrestling set for them. Booker had tied my friends for a long time. So I parted ways, bring personal relationship process. I found your own way, love and respect for it. I still want to win. I just knew my own journey process. No hate in my heart towards it. There's a lot of money and opportunities. Yeah, so Zilla 2 left Rider Wrestling, so AEW, Impact, anywhere else. So good for him. Samoa Joe comments on CM Punk at AEW All-In Incident. He was focused on getting the show on track. He's spoken to Joe Sacco of the New York Post. Joe asked about the incident. He's asked about the most part and read what's been portrayed. He said there's so much said. I'm not going out there and try to debunk everything. I know what incident. Everyone railed. Everyone got together, heads together, lined up, got ready to the show. We went out there. We did the show. He said that really was focused at the point. We got a massive show too. We got fans. The rabbit to see it happen, fans to see what happens. So important, fans out there, rabbit to see what happens. Again, it's important we stop up and see what is important, and we did. Proud to be part of it. CM Punk was fired by AEW over the incident. Tony Constant Punk general lies and stuff. When asked about the incident, Joe basically replied, as Weber proceed, I'm not used to the environment. Those things are intense to me. That could be something crazy tense. So else I wasn't affected by more. I was focused on getting the show back on track. And that's going back all the time. Punk had a long history with friends off screen, but rivals on screen. Asked about relationship Punk, Joe commented on China things that misunderstood trade now. What I can do to represent, I can give you a blanket statement. For the most part, fishermen, especially for years has been on wrestling on wrestling. Been there's the stuff. Wrestling, just been sharing stuff outside. Stuff. Alright, grand slam news this week. PW Inside, AW Source, no day of sizable surgery, grand slam ticket sales Tuesday. It's gonna fail. Mount Me in New York, so MJF on CBS New York, appearance, best game of the weekend. Problems. It was a large day of ticket sales and grand slam. I don't want to say obviously they needed. Here we go to Tony Khan's Inside interview. By Inside said Ultra Hart owns Hart's son. All in show Wembley Tone Pro Wrestling took everything from me. I hate it yet, and here I am. Feels like home to me. Tony says a moment he'll never forget. Then Tony Khan's weekly workload. 80 hours is nothing. This is for Collision. For 80 hours was a good week, and I'm way past that now. I work 80 to 100 hours a week for a long time. Just love the stuff. Do much. Anything other than football and wrestling. I really focus on getting 80 started to develop project outside wrestling possible. Darby has actually talked to you about climbing Mount Everest. He wants to be the first pro wrestler to climb Mount Everest. That's from Tony Khan Inside. Tony Khan asked about what went wrong with CM Punk and AEW. Well, he said he can't comment on that, but I'm pretty sure he asked on it. Very excited about things to do. Said, we've been probably on the best run of the AEW pay-per-views we've ever done. Yeah, big WWE news now. WWE announced a new 5-year US TV deal with NBCU that will return to Smackdown US Network beginning October 2024. We go to TKO press release. Beginning in 2024-2025, WWE will produce 4 primetime specials per year that were on NBC. For the time, WWE will air on the network on the prime time. This one could carry a renewal since yet a Raw and NXT. Raw will continue. Raw and NXT will continue on USA Network through September 2024. Now we go to the weekly notes of AEW Weekly Notes. Claudia on the BCC, Brian Mox, who are right neck for the best wrestler in the world. I do my best while standard too. Wheeler is able to work tremendously. We want to bring out LA Wrestling AEW. Then he talks about Tokyo Joe Reign in Mexico. He also said, these are the two venues that eluded me throughout my career. He wants to wrestle in this place. So I love to start with Tokyo Dome and Wrestle Kingdom. So the chance to be New Japan branch was size. I want to go to New Japan, so I leave WWE. I did that, but I want to go again. What is better than a strong open world champ? It opens a new set of possibilities. Gurgle says either better than a month ago. And you know, issues, that's 5 pro. And that's some focus on the locker room and what areas need to work on. And it's not just all fans are just 81,000. How about being number one K1 again 4 weeks in a row? Number one shows per economics. This is regular TV channel Collision past Saturday did 490 viewers. Peak of the show, that only grew at 3 minutes overall, where 88 viewers and 29 in a demo. Sadler cuts Jeff for recommending AEW. People recommend me. I had to give credit, but I don't know if probably biggest one, so I don't. Unfortunately, he's been there luckily as a friend, but I think he had recommended someone bring it over and got an opportunity early on. Tony Khan, Tony Storm. I think Tony Storm doing some best work all pro wrestler right now. I just enjoy working with Storm. Talent, I think on something real special for Tony Storm right now. Tony Khan Costa, he taught AEW, AEW sources claim and closed the hospital and sustained injury at the end of Dynamite this week. And, we got wrestle matches, Wrestle Dream next Sunday. So, this was it for the AgostoAllElite Podcast. I'll see y'all next Sunday. Next Sunday. And after that, Monday, we'll probably have a review on Wrestle Dream. So, see ya next Sunday for the podcast and Monday for Wrestle Dream. See ya.